I know pet battles are not going to be for everyone, and I do mention them a lot because it is a system that I'm actually really looking forward to. Because there's so many things you can do with pet battles outside of just the obvious, just enjoying it for the little mini game that it is. I do pet battles to make gold. I do pet battles to level characters. I do pet battles to even mean that I don't need to go out and do daily quests or grind in the outside world every single week for bonus rolls in raids. There's literally so many good uses for pet battles, and just to touch on each of those quickly before I actually move on to what I want to talk about, which is pets that you absolutely want to make sure that you get now during Cataclysm, and some of them are a little bit of a grind, so it'll actually give you something to do. And spoiler, if you watch me on stream, you'll already know what two of those are, because I've been farming them myself. But I say about making gold. Now, a great way to make gold is to go and get some of the more annoying to obtain pets. Let's say you went and solo Blackwing Lair and killed Chromagus. He's got a chance from the pre-patch onwards. We're assuming it's going to be pre-patch onwards anyway. They weren't actually added to the game until midway through Mists of Pandaria, but on a 5.4.8 build, I would imagine they're going to be in right away. But you can get a pet called Crominius that we're definitely going to be talking about today. But once you get that, you could level it to 25 and sell it on the auction house. Now, this is a prime example of one that will sell for big gold. Mark my words, because this is going to be part of what you would consider a god comp setup for pets. If you want to be able to easily beat all the legendary pets in Mr. Pandaria and comfortably do the MoP daily pet battles for the Panda and Spirits, which we'll get onto in a second, then having Crominius in your arsenal is just a must-have, and everybody will be doing the same thing. So using something like this, or even going to Karazhan and getting the big bad wolf pet, or, you know, basically any raid where it might be a bit annoying for people to go and get, so they'll either just buy the pet from level 1 and level it up, or they'll be lazy because they want to get the achievements or be able to do the dailies, and they'll just buy them already at level 25. I've used pet battles as a way to make gold for the best part of 10 years. Even on retail to this day, I can sell some of my pets for pretty ludicrous amounts of gold. And then I said about leveling characters. Well, there's actually a particular spot, which is here if you're interested, where I can level characters from level 10 all the way to 90 just with pet battles. It's made a lot easier if you've got a specific comp of pets, which that's not actually what this video is for, but basically you just want 3 flying pets of any description, because all you're going to be fighting is aquatic pets, and you can get summoned or you can get a portal from a mage to shrine and run here, but there's no hostiles around. You can literally sit in one spot, do level 25 pet battles over and over and over again without ever having to move, and in my opinion and experience, it's quicker than running around questing, because even though a pet battle only gives about 80% of an actual quest hand in, you've never got to move, and you're completing each one in like 30-40 seconds, because if you're using a proper setup of pets, you're literally destroying the enemy team. And also there's cheesy ways with triple XP potions to be able to get really, really fast XP, and then you also get dailies and beating the pet trainers on ult, so whenever you're leveling from level 1 all the way up to level 90, you're actually going to have extra quests that you can do along the way, because you'll be able to battle the pet trainers. And I also mentioned about doing pet battles instead of doing dailies or farming out in the open world to get your bonus rolls each week, and that's because pet battles actually at level 90 give lesser chance of good fortune, which you need to farm 50 of these a week to get 3 bonus rolls in a raid, which if you're not aware, I have mentioned it many times before, so apologies if this is not your first video you're watching from me. But when you kill a boss, you have a chance at rolling a random piece of loot from its loot table specific to your specialization, and you can get 3 of these a week from just getting 50 lesser charms. And like I say, you can get these from pet battles. It's my go-to way of getting them. But anyway, there's a couple of important things that I want to talk about right off the rip, because you're probably thinking, I don't really need to watch this video or worry about this video until the pre-patch or when MoP launches. But that would be wrong, because there's something you want to do almost immediately. And I'm saying almost immediately because actually you can't start it until Monday the 28th of April. So that is only just over a couple of weeks time, but you want to do Children's Week. Children's Week is a world event where you can do a few little achievements. Now the thing we're actually interested in here is not Veteran Nanny, even though Egbert's Egg, Sleepy Willy and Elec Training Collar could be another pet in your arsenal. The one we actually want is from Northrend, where you choose to adopt either a Wolvar or an Oracle, and then you do a little quest chain which doesn't take very long at all. But as long as you pick the Wolvar, then you're going to get a curious Wolvar pup pet, and this pet in Mists of Pandaria is particularly strong. It's going to be a really good one to get, and on the basis you can get it this month, if you're watching the video in April at the moment, then you're definitely going to want to get this done. Now, there's two more that are going to be really important to get during Cataclysm as well, even though you can get them during Mr. Pandaria, but I would just get them now so you've got them ready, because then in the pre-patch you should be able to level them up to 25 before MoP launches. And that's going to be the Dark Moon Tonk and the Dark Moon Zeppelin. Now, both of these are absolutely amazing because all mechanical pets are obviously strong against beasts, and the majority of pets that you fight out in the open world are beasts and critters. Now, you'll have to do the dailies each day for the mini-games, which, to be fair, is actually pretty fun, which I was quite surprised about. And you can also just buy all the quest items to get a bunch of tokens as well, but these are only 90 each. So realistically, it's only going to take a couple of Dark Moon fairs doing it a little bit casually, and you'll have both of them before MoP launches anyway. Just a couple of other honourable mentions. A Sprite Data Egg as well, which you may already have because it was actually part of a quest reward for the Alliance, but when Cataclysm launched, this quest chain was actually removed. Instead, it's now just a world drop in Feralus, so grind lots of mobs and you might happen to get it. And trying to grab Mojo from Zola Man as well would definitely be worthwhile, just so you've got a really solid aquatic pet in your arsenal. Now, when it comes to the three pets that you're absolutely going to want, and quite honestly, you can do anything with just these three, the reason this comp both is and was considered a bit of a god comp is because Beasts of Fable. Now, Beasts of the Fable need you to go around and kill the legendary pets out in Pandaria. All of these are just individual solo pet fights, so you have your team of 3 and you're against one very powerful pet. So if you run this comp, which is Unborn Valkyr, Panda and Water Spirit and Criminius, you'll be able to pretty much win every pet battle in less than 6 rounds. Unborn Valkyr is an extremely rare pet that you'll be able to find in Northrend, and apparently there's only ever one available at a time. Obviously, you'll be able to go and look up and find all the waypoints and then just fly around to get this pet, but it is going to take a little bit of time. It does look like each zone in Northrend has got 3 set spawn points though, so it is just going to be flying around in circles until you get lucky enough to see it. Obviously, then battle it and capture it as well. Criminius, I've already touched on. You'll have to get this from Blackwing Lair once we're in the pre-patch and confirm that these pets are actually dropping from the raids and dungeons. And finally is the Panda and Water Spirit. Now, once you've battled all the pet masters on all the continents, you'll be able to start doing the Panda and Spirit Tamers. And once you've done the quest, you'll be able to pick one spirit to keep for good. Out of air, earth, fire, and water, water is going to be the one that you want to take 100%, especially if you've already got Criminius and Unborn Valkyr during the pre-patch. You will be able to get the other 3 as well, but that is literally doing dailies and hoping you get the pet in the bag from that specific daily quest. But once you've got this team, you can look at this chart which was posted a long time ago on a site called Battle Pet Roundup, and you can see exactly in the order that you're going to be able to just completely destroy these legendary pets that are out in the open world. Because you're opening with a Curse of Doom, which is going to take 5 rounds before it does the damage. You're then going to sacrifice your Valkyr to also increase the damage that that target's going to take. You're then going to use Geyser and Whirlpool on your Panda and Water Spirit, and then finally Howl from Criminius, which is going to increase the damage it takes as well. So you've got it taking 25% more damage from Unholy Ascension, 100% more damage from Howl, and then all 3 of the big damaging abilities are all going to go off at exactly the same time. It's absolutely insane, and anytime you're fighting one of the legendary pets, this is exactly what you're going to use. Now, while that's specific to those legendary pets, just for all-round pet battles, you still definitely want Criminius. A Phoenix Hawk Hatchling is particularly strong as well. As we've already mentioned, the Dark Moon Zeppelin and the Dark Moon Tonk, and definitely grab yourself a Clockwork Robot as well. Mechanical are all just really strong because, as I say, when you're in the open world, the vast majority are beasts or critters. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the best pets that you're going to want to get and ones that you're not going to want to miss from the World event. So absolutely make sure you get that Curious Wolvar pup before Children's Week leaves, and definitely get your Dark Moon Fair stuff done to get your Tonk and your Zeppelin. And finally, my 2 favourite pets. Anubiseth Idol, which drops from Emperor Veclor in AQ, which again, hopefully it starts dropping during the pre-patch. You definitely want to go and get this. It's a humanoid pet that absolutely blasts, because it's not only got humanoid abilities, it's got flying abilities, mechanical abilities, magic abilities, elemental abilities, like it's just got everything. And because it's humanoid, it heals itself after dealing damage each round as well. The Anubiseth Idol, you could literally get away with just using 3 of these and probably be able to take almost anything out with them. Much like my absolute #1 favourite pet, which is Kunlai Runt. Farming up in the mountain in Kunlai Summit is something I do far too often. Getting 3 Kunlai Runts I've got to really make sure I say that properly. And getting them all of rare quality, and preferably with high power as well, is absolutely insane. You can completely just combo pets because you can put a slow on, then you can freeze them, and while they're froze, they take double damage. They are literally amazing. The Kunlai Rump will be my go-to pet for almost everything, to be fair. Out of every pet that I've just mentioned, of course I'll be using the God comp with the Panda and Water Spirit, Chrominius and the Unborn Valkyr for the big hard fights, but for general just pet battling when I'm trying to capture pets or I'm trying to level characters, it'll be Kunlai Runts or Anubis Idols all the way. But that's that. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. Considering joining these guys that are scrolling down on the screen. Hopefully I've put them in the right place. They all joined the channel as members, and you couple of guys that joined us Scottejaye's Gods recently, you truly are. So thank you. And I'll see you on the next one.